When I was about maybe 5 or 6, there was one time at school, primary school, where a boy whose name I can't properly remember, but he was normally a sort of very, what's the word, belligerent individual. He decided one break time to imitate Stevie Wonder, and this impression or impersonation consisted of him sitting on a dustbin and singing Stevie Wonder's then recent hit, I Just Called to Say I Love You. And what happened was that it wasn't a mean impersonation as such. It didn't seem to be any kind of attempt at mockery, but it seemed to be born out of a genuine appreciation for the song. It was a genuine tribute to the song. It seemed to be, but of course the effect was not so much of a tribute. And now the break time, I think it was morning break, so this would have lasted about a full 10 minutes. And for a full 10 minutes, he sat on the dustbin, swaying from side to side, imitating Stevie Wonder's blindness by scrunching his eyes up shut and sort of bellowing out the lyrics, sort of bobbing his head in sort of an impersonation of the way Stevie Wonder does. Of course, with him it was rather over-exaggerated, and he seemed to be really getting into it. But the thing about that song is that it's about 3.5 minutes or so, maybe 4 at a push. And he sang it for a good 10 minutes straight, and it wasn't really the full song, it was just the chorus. He just sang that chorus over and over and over again while sitting on a dustbin with his eyes scrunched up tight. And he didn't have the most melodious singing voice exactly. It was sort of like a sort of demented bellow is the way I seem to remember it. And as he was doing this, a small crowd began to gather, and this dustbin was just sort of to the side of the playground, sort of beside a shed that was used by the caretaker. And this whole spectacle was sort of observed by maybe about at least 6 children, I'd say, including me. And we were sort of standing there, sort of keeping our distance as he did this performance, and we were all asking each other, well, what is he doing? And so he's trying to be Stevie Wonder singing that song. And yes, as I say, he sang it for a full 10 minutes. It seemed to be a genuine tribute to the man and his music, and once playtime was over, he stopped what he was doing and just resumed normal behaviour.